typewriter. Old address.
How are y'all today?
Oh, we're lovely. How are you?
Oh, pretty good. Come in here, get out of the heat.
Now I come check the place out while the kids are in school.
Oh, yeah.
That's the only break we get.
Yeah. I'll bet.
It's a nice museum.
Yeah, pretty nice.
Mm-hmm.
They really done a lot of work on it. This was an old carpet place, I do believe. And they used some of the sample things that were on, had samples on, put pictures on them over there. The Nitro in 1917, 1918.
I'm an old typewriter.
I'll give you my spiel on Nitro.
Please.
First,
If you don't mind being on a camera,
no, I don't care.
you'll be on a reality show.
Yeah, right.
It's called No, seriously, look us up. You got Facebook or anything?
Oh, yeah.
Look up the Mitchell Family Reality Show.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And I'm sure you probably heard of us, probably not.
I don't know.
I mean,
my wife has. I don't watch.
It's called the
TV.
Mitchell Family Reality Show. It's on Facebook. We're on Periscope. We just started going live on Facebook. So
Did you? Uh-huh.
Yeah, and we're also on YouTube. We got over 100 something, going to 200, 300 videos on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yep. We don't go on. We're not on TV. Well, we're on TV in Indiana. A buddy of mine actually airs it up from Indiana.
Yeah.
He takes the videos off of YouTube and airs it for us.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like I said, we're called the Mitchell Family Reality Show.
Are you guys from Nitro?
We're from St. Albans.
St. Albans? Well, that's okay. Nitro, of course, was built by the U.S. government between, December 1917 and November 1918. So it was built in 11 months. And it was supposedly the worst winter ever on record, the coldest winter. And, all the homes, when they brought them in, they were prefabbed in sections, and they bolted them together. And we were doing some work at my grandmother's house a year or so ago and putting in some electrical, and we cut a hole in the drywall, and I was like, what in the world's that? One of them big old bolts. I mean, it's like that big around, all thread about that big, with a nut on it, where they put them together. Of course, originally they were going to name Nitro Red Wop, which is the reverse of powder. But the fellow over here can't think of his name, but he named it Nitro after not nitroglycerin, but nitrocellulose, which is gun cotton. And to make gun cotton, you got to import a bunch of cotton, of course. But it's a real simple process. They just mix, I believe it's sulfuric and nitric acid, and it's a ratio something there, and then they put it, just stick the cotton in it, let it saturate for like 20 minutes, take it out. Of course, you got to rinse it and wash it and stuff before you can handle it. But once it dries out, it still looks like cotton, just like a piece of fluff, cotton. When you put a match to it, it's like poof, and it's gone. There's nothing left.
Wow.
It goes completely done. And it's fast, so yeah, the guy that discovered it, it was accidental, of course. But it's real neat. I can show you there's a video of it on YouTube.
Really?
Look up nitrocellulose, and about halfway down that page on Google, you'll see the YouTube video of it, and
okay.
It's kind of neat. Yeah.
Is there any more you can tell us about the history?
Oh, gosh. I know at the end of the war, of course, the war ended right when they got everything complete. And so they actually only produced the gunpowder or gun cotton, whatever you want to call it, because they compressed it and rinsed it and did all kinds of stuff to it to get the powder, actual powder. And they only produced like 1 or 2 rounds of it before the war ended, and they closed it down. And the government wanted to sell everything.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a group of investors that got together, and gosh, I'm not sure. Some of them, I believe, were from New York, and they formed what they called the Charleston Industrial Corporation, I believe,
Okay.
and sold houses, plant stuff, whatever they could. And then later on, it became the Nitro Industrial Corporation. And, they continued to do that. But, gosh, the town was built, everything complete, water, sewer, gas, homes, the factory for production, everything in 11 months. And I don't know, that's about all I can think of right now.
So you want to give us a tour around of things and tell us some things?
Well, I'll try to, yeah. I mean, most of it is...
From what year to...
Yeah, most of it's WW1 stuff, but there's some WW2 stuff over here, and even Korean War and Vietnam War on up front. And, of course, one of the front cases there is dedicated to Bill Wentz. He wrote multiple books about Kanawha area, Nitro, various places in the region here. So they're real interesting.
So what about this wall back here?
What's that?
This wall back here? Go ahead.
Over here?
Yeah, the wall against the wall. The one built with the pants on it.
Oh, well, that's supposed to be like a World War I trench, because it was trench warfare then.
Mm-hmm.
And they whipped this up. I don't know. I think this may be from the original museum, but it gives you, once you walk down through there, it gives you an idea of, what they had to deal with. And I'm sure it was muddy and sloppy. And of course, then chemical weapons were in use too.
Mm-hmm.
So there was always that fear of chlorine gas or some other type of gas being cut loose on them. And I think there's some gas masks and stuff around here. There's one. Give you an idea of what something like that would look like. But,
So what's in the back area back there? Is there another section where we can check out
oh yeah.
with you? You don't care?
That's fine. Yeah, back here is, back here pretty much Nitro history, from the 50s. Pretty recent, I guess.
Baseball.
Yeah, there's my pride and joy.
Tell us about it.
Well, old Lou, he's like, he was my dad's double first cousin. I guess that makes me his second cousin, I don't know. But Lou, he pitched, started out in the minors, went to various locations, Kansas City, San Francisco, Kansas City, did I mention it? Yeah. And he was in the New York Yankees farm system.
Mm-hmm.
They brought him up in like 1950 and then ended up trading him in 51 at the end of the season.
Mm-hmm.
And 52 he came up, but it was then he went to, at that time it was the Boston Braves.
Mm-hmm.
And then in 53 they moved to Milwaukee. It was the Milwaukee Braves. And it's the same Braves that we know now, except now they're in Atlanta.
Right.
But he pitched from 52 to 63 for the Braves, and then got traded around. But he had a pretty good record. He was like 204 or 203 and 144 losses. Pretty well known for the 57 World Series. He won 3 games in the 57 World Series, pitched 3 complete games, and last 24 innings were scoreless. 24 straight scoreless innings. So he was the 1957 World Series MVP, and the Braves won that series against the Yankees. But then they were returned, and they were back here in 58. Yankees, they were up 3-1, and the Yankees came back and beat them 4-3. And of course, Lou, the year before he had won the 7th game, come back on like 2 days rest and shut him out in the 7th game. In '58, pitched the 7th game and lost. So you know how that is, sports.
So what's your first name?
Ed
Burdett. So if everybody's watching this, I know people watch this, the replayers and everything on Facebook or on Twitter and YouTube. This is Ed. He's giving us a tour of this museum in Nitro, West Virginia. He's doing a good job.
So we got other fairly well-known folks.
Okay.
Kathy Mattea, I don't know if you...
I wasn't into baseball. My mom was.
Well, Kathy, she was a country music singer-songwriter.
Okay.
And I've been writing up some stuff on her that we're going to put in a plaque they're going to dedicate for Lou, her, and this guy here, Larry Barnett. But she was in country music, been in country music since like '83, so 30 plus years, and had 17 albums, 30 plus songs in the top 100, I guess, and 17 songs, I believe, in the top 10. 2 number ones, stayed at number 1.
Wow.
18 Wheels and a Dozen Roses, Going Gone, I believe, were those 2, something like that. But yeah, she's still around, still doing stuff. You know,
That's
she
good.
graduated with me a year after I did, 1976. Larry Barnett, he was originally from Nitro, born and raised in Nitro. When he was 18, I believe, he decided he wanted to leave and become a Major League Baseball umpire. So he went to the school in Florida and was down there, I don't know how long, but was umpiring the minor leagues. And then you can see some of the things he's done here. He was umpiring several World Series, several All-Star games, 71, 76, 80, 86, 87 All-Star games. 72, 76, 79, 82, 86, and 91 American League Championship Series, and then 75, 81, 84, and 90 World Series. So he had quite a career. He was over here earlier this year in May. Yeah. And he was real pleased with what we got here, and over there's some other stuff. He also has been pretty active in veterans, trying to help the veterans out.
That's good.
Touring all the veterans.
I know they need a lot of help because people's turned their backs on them.
Yeah, he's actually toured every veteran hospital.
Oh, wow. So something's caught my eye over here in this case here. These are here.
What,
the buildings or whatever it is?
This is the Nitro High School.
Oh.
This was a model, I guess, presented in 55 or 56, and it's a model of what you're going to see if you go out right across the street here. And this is Nitro High School here, Nitro Elementary here. I guess these are additions that they put on later. But, yeah, they tore down the old high school, or old school. It was really pretty much all grades, I think.
Wow. So what else can you tell us history-wise? We got a little bit of time still left before we have to go home and get the kids.
Well, I don't know. There's some more Lou Burdett junk. You know, here he is. After Game 7, that was him. He won 3 games, holding up 3 fingers. 3-0. And some other miscellaneous junk. But, yeah, these are, you know, what you see on the wall here is, you know, football teams and so forth. From the 30s, 20s, on up, and then other teams and so forth, all the way around, you know, pretty much. You can see they had a couple of good football teams. 48, they had a good team. 1960, they had a good team. They went to the state championship and got pounded, but I think they got beat 44-0. And they were 9-0 that year, 58. So they had several really good football teams. Of course, they won a state championship with J.R. House and Company in the 90s, I believe. I'm not sure exactly that date.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So they were there several times in the 90s. I think they actually lost the first time and then won the second time they were there.
It's very nice.
There's a photo of Kathy Mattea and her stuff. We don't have a whole lot of stuff on her. We're trying to get some more things up.
When is she coming in anytime soon? You all gonna bring her in for do autograph sessions or what?
Well, we're trying to get a hold of her to get her to do something like that.
If I do a research for you all and get the information for you all, I'll do a lot of researches.
Well,
I'll do that for you.
yeah, she's got a website.
Well, there's a way to always book somebody.
Oh yeah.
I'll just give me your information. I will do a research on it, and I'll get back with you.
Okay.
And just write down her name, down her name and stuff, and so.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, we've enjoyed being here in this museum today. It's very nice. It has a very good history here. So.
Yeah, it's pretty decent. We got a lot of stuff. Of course,
This will be on Facebook, so if you want me to add you on Facebook, you'll have to get to see this.
All right.
Can you tell your name and who you're with and tell everybody that they're watching the Mitchell Family Reality Show, please?
I'm Ed Burdett. I'm with the Nitro Museum here on 20th Street, and I'm with a fellow with the Mitchell Family
Reality Show.
Reality Show.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.